Yeah, peace out. This is Views from the Seven Podcast. We are back, man. This is another week. We have Hoodie Bundy.
What's good?
It's crazy, boy. Hey, we gotta get. Hey, for 2024, man, we gotta get a tattoo cover up, man. We gotta.
For what? Oh, nigga, I know. Good and goddamn well. You know talk
That
about
is.
I know good and goddamn well. We gonna talk about our tattoo cover.
It's not really like a bad tattoo. It just like
My first
What?
one.
it just spread it.
That was that nigga.
That's my first one. Strike one for you. That's strike one for you. Strike one for
Hey,
you.
that motherfucker, boy. Shit, boy. She had like flex a bowl, nigga. Them legs long. Hey, them legs long as a motherfucker. Hey, man. Ivan.
What's good?
Skinny.
Yeah.
Wifey in the building.
Yeah.
What's been going on, man?
Shit, man. Life been alright a little bit lately. Like I said, I've been on my weight loss journey.
Shout out.
I'm down 15 this year.
Okay.
Down 15. I had a bad week too, so I wasn't even expecting it.
That's how you know you
Oh,
have a
you
bad
didn't
week
even-
and you still beat down.
Yeah, so I'm down 3 so far this week. I'll officially weigh myself tomorrow.
Calorie deficit. Nice.
So I'm down 15 this year. My son had a huge game. We pushing for him to get
Huge game.
conference player of the week. We hoping. And it was great because it the school, mind you, they're playing. Yesterday they played against CSI. So for those who are uninitiated, CSI is like a story. Yeah, big word today. CSI is like one of the premier JUCOs in the nation.
Yeah.
Every year, like as long as I've known basketball, they've always been a top tier program. This year, I think right now they're currently 22 in the nation. So it's a small gym, but it was packed.
Yeah.
It was the NBA scouts there to see one particular kid, I believe. Probably the longest human being I've ever the longest non-NBA human being I've ever seen. Kid was long as shit. He ain't played particularly well, but when he jumped, it got dark in the gym every time he jumped.
Oh, damn.
Oh my God, this kid was so long.
Could he really jump though?
He could jump out the fucking.
A lot of them tall niggas can't necessarily jump, but they're so long that you know what I'm saying. Like a lot of niggas be 7'7" and the rim is only 10 foot, so it's like
No bullshit. I kept calling him Neon Boudreaux, like Shaq from Blue Chips. That's what he reminded me of. Like every time he jumped, it was like, oh my God. Like he ain't make a bunch of. I think he only ended up with 6 points.
Yeah.
But every one of them motherfuckers was like, ooh.
6 points for the whole game.
He had 6 points for the whole
I'm
game.
under there for rebounding purposes.
But that's what the NBA scouts was there to see. Regardless of what the stat sheet, this is who we're here to see.
Yeah.
So obviously there's something there.
Your fucking son showed up like he's supposed to.
He showed up like he was supposed to. So hopefully that translates into something that works out. There were several college closers there. Like I said, NBA scouts were there. So hopefully that works out in his favor. So I had a good time with life so far this week.
I was gonna ask you that, man. First of all, man, I appreciate you, man, because that I appreciate that from a father standpoint, man.
Yeah.
Is the politics just as bad on that level?
I mean, of course they are. Of course they are. I'm biased, so I can always lead with that. But I feel like he's overshadowed some of the kids he's played against, but because he's where he's at and they're where they're at, they're gonna get the look.
Yeah.
So, but there are he's played against some legit. We had D Hunt on here last summer.
Yep.
And D Hunt was he's one of the ones from the city, and so D Hunt was at the game yesterday, and he's looking and he's like, that's a Division I player, that's a Division I player, that's a Division I player. He's talking about the other team, so he's playing against legit guards. The kid they played against Thursday night, smooth, nothing you can do to speed him up.
Yeah.
He was legit. I know he had at least 30.
Oh shit.
Nothing you can do to speed him up. Legit smooth little guard. So he's played against some legit competition. But like I said, he showed up every time. So
Do you feel like because I'm in the same situation.
yeah,
And I don't know if I waited too late, man. I was just always one of them parents that respected the game.
yeah,
And although I want to push my kids to be great, I'm also realistic.
yes,
And I was unwilling to. First of all, I'm not fucking no coaches. And I was just unwilling to do things to propel my son to a position My daughter, she plays too. She got time.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to. I didn't want to. No, when it's like now that you know it's here.
Yeah.
It's here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
like
right
when
there.
like she's in 10th grade, so she has like time.
Yeah, she has time.
It's here now for him. But I always felt like I didn't want to propel him and use my whatever you want to call it, right?
Yeah.
To propel someone, even, son or not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You didn't want to be LeBron trying to get Bronny to the NBA. Not saying as much as you got LeBron status, but like using your
something like that. You know what I'm saying? Because I think that's the worst look once they get there, honestly. But I feel like I see a lot of parents, man, using whatever power they have to get their kids somewhere, and this is where politics come involved at, to get their kids somewhere where they're not as talented as you think they are.
That happens for sure, and I'm not against it at all, because I think as a parent, that's your job, right? Is to put yourself in the position to create opportunity for your kids.
Yes.
That to me, that other than protecting and providing, that's supposed to be your third responsibility to me as a parent, is to create opportunities for your kids, you know, to walk through these doors that you didn't have the opportunity to do so. Yeah. So I'm not against it. If your child is not that, it'll come out in the wash. Mm-hmm. Like, you know, no matter how, you know what I mean? We saw Master P do what he could to get his son on USC. Yeah, okay, cool. You attached your son to DeMar DeRozan. Cool, you got your son there. Your son's gonna sit at the end of the fucking bench though, because he's not that. Yeah. Not to say your son can't play. He's just not. Yeah.
D-Wade, I feel like D-Wade is in that situation too, right at this point.
Bron is trying to make. Your son's not that.
The problem with
He finally got a son that's doing his shit right now though.
The problem with
Bryce,
Master P son.
Oh yeah, they say it's other sons.
The problem with Bronny is not the problem with Bronny is not the fact that he's just in a position, unfortunately, where your dad is arguably the greatest player ever, right?
Even if his dad wasn't.
But Bronny is in a position where he can't grow. He got to be the final product now. Why? Because he's getting niggas' best shot every single game. Whether you ready or not, niggas coming at your head because they know the eyes are going to be there.
Yeah, but Bronny is in the position he's in because of your dad. Like,
which is not always a good thing.
Look, you were all American. LeBron was an All American. Bronny wasn't even all state. How are you the best?
He was.
How are you one of the best players in the country? You're not even one of the best players in your own state.
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense. But I understand the politics. I'm not mad at LeBron for creating an opportunity for his son. I'm not mad at Bronny for taking advantage of the opportunity.
Absolutely. But now it's like
okay.
Yeah. That microscope hurt though.
It does.
Once you put that microscope on him, like now you got that microscope on him, and we finding out, oh, he's not what you're. Yeah. What you putting out there?
Because it's like, okay, because I'm everybody know I'm a Spurs fan, right?
Yeah.
We not getting blew out by 20 and 30 every night because we just completely stink. We've actually been getting way better. But it's because we have a once-in-a-generational talent, right? So we don't even get the grace to stink and to find our way. We in a position, as the youngest team in the league, we're in a position where we got to get better now because we get niggas best shot now.
Yeah, because niggas is
and our schedule is brutal.
Niggas is circling that game. Like, what was the guy? I think it was when y'all played against the Mavericks. He said it like I was waiting for this moment to go against, and he had a crazy game. Like I'm really finna get this nigga everything to show y'all. Stop hyping this nigga up.
Yeah. It happened. It happens. I think when Jeremy Lin, when Linsanity happened, niggas was like, oh, he got the bag. And he I feel, and I think several NBA players felt the same way. Like, oh, he only getting his bag, he only getting his attention because he's Asian. Because it's niggas that have similar numbers that's doing the similar things, and they're not getting the same amount of attention. So, you ain't got a bag and went to Houston. Okay, so every time we play Houston, we're gonna give you our best. Nigga, I'm going to sleep early. I'm not going out. I'm not smoking. I'm not drinking. I don't want no pussy. I'm going to bed. I'm gonna be well rested for every time I play the Asian because I'm gonna show y'all. This was some bullshit.
Yeah. But see, I guess going back to the original point, man, I always wanted him to stick to the grind, man. And also, I realized, my son is not as big with success as everybody else is, right?
Okay. What do you mean by that?
He doesn't know he can't handle it as good.
Okay.
As soon as he gets there,
Yeah.
As soon as he gets there.
Feel like
You know what I mean?
You feel like
Get
he's self-sabotage?
satisfied.
So it's like a more of a stay on the grind.
Okay.
But while on that grind, I think I could have done a lot better job of showcasing his talents.
Yeah.
I'm being a little bit more reflective now,
Yeah.
right? But I'm also one like I got to do all this shit in the game. Like I'm enjoying myself.
Yeah.
I'm watching them cook.
Yeah.
So right now we in a tough position. I wouldn't call it tough. He still has a long ways to go.
Yeah.
Once he get in that, like I said, when he get in the gym, better teammate, you know what I'm saying? You can't always pick and choose those things, you know, that's kind of tough. But once you get in the gym and people can really see what he can do, I think he'll be all right.
Yeah.
He's just on a terrible team right now. You know what I mean?
And trust me, it happens. It's crazy.
I guess one thing I wanted to ask you was, did this, like bring you two closer? Because I know how things, not how things were prior to this, but like, did it really, really patch you guys, bring you closer as a relationship, father and son?
Not necessarily, because I think we've always had a great relationship as a father and son. I appreciate the fact that he knows I didn't play on that level, but he still always comes to me for advice. So he's always asking me to critique his game. He'll as soon as the game is over, he's sending me the stats. He's telling me what the scouts are saying. He's telling me what the coaches are saying. So even though I didn't play at this level, even though you have uncles who have, I'm the person.
Pops, yeah.
I'm still going to pops. I still trust my pops with advice about everything.
Yeah,
because you still see it.
Absolutely.
It's like going to the best coach in the world. Like, although you didn't play the game, I know that I know you pay attention to the game. I know you study the game. So.
And I'm
give you that credit is dope.
I'm gonna always hype you up, but I'm gonna be honest with you too.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I'm gonna celebrate the 30 points you had. I'm gonna celebrate the 10 assists. But what about these 6 turnovers though? Mm-hmm. I'm gonna hold you accountable for that shit because you got to do better. I'm always gonna keep it real with you.
Yeah.
Because it's not because I'm trying to tear you down. I'm trying to take your shine away from you. I want to see the best version of you every single time.
Yeah.
So I'm always giving you your flowers, but I'm gonna tell you these motherfuckers are growing manure too. So you got to take the whole. You know what I'm saying? You got to take all of it.
Yeah. That's why me and my son had like a big argument because he didn't understand why his coach had pulled him out. I think it was like last week I think it was like last week, right? And me and him had a big argument in the living room because he wasn't understanding it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, son, it don't matter if you got 20 if the man you guarding got 22. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
You giving up just as much. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, you minus 2 right now.
That's not really that's not what happened. But like sometimes you gotta understand where like you even though you don't want to, I think that's a missing component of the game.
Yeah,
they continuously taking it away. Honestly, the defense, man. I don't see a lot of good defense these days. And then I'm also 100% against zone.
Oh man,
these kids too fucking young, man.
They still play zone. They play zone in college.
Yeah, but I'm like, the age like when they're young, can move around. I feel like zone handicaps them, makes them lazy.
If I know I don't have the dogs to play defense, because you have to want to play defense.
No, some coaches go straight into zone. Don't even try to do nothing else.
Yeah. But if I'm a coach, I have to be honest with myself too. Like, do I have the kids that can guard 1-on-1? Probably not. Yeah, because
I see it in AAU. They go straight to zone. Like you ain't like let these kids work their legs out, man.
Nah, man, because kids don't want to play defense. Kids don't want to play defense.
Yeah, that shit's trash.
And AAU is a culture where we're coddling kids because we're trying to get a look the same way they trying to get a look.
And then it's like now that the game has changed, everybody's shooting zone don't work like that.
Yeah.
Niggas knock that Drake down. Bop, 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 bop. Zone what, nigga? Bop, 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 bop. Like,
because that you have to shoot teams out of a zone. You got to shoot niggas out of that, but
that's not the hard these days.
Yeah, that's the shot. Yeah.
Anything else? What else been going on with you?
That's it, man. Well, that wasn't my whole thing. You know, what I am finding out, well, not necessarily finding out, but like something that's more prevalent is that life provides balance, right? So as great as a day as I had yesterday, life was like, okay, I'm not gonna let you get too high. I'm gonna throw some bullshit your way to kind of bring you down. So just being mindful that can't go too high because some gonna find a way to pull you down. Yeah. So
but don't that kind of suck because like when you are having a really really good day and you just like
amazing,
something is gonna happen.
I was having I woke up.
It's gonna be some balance that's gonna come in.
Woke up, went to the gym. Like damn, I had a bullshit ass week, but I still lost. I'm still down 3. Went and got a haircut. I'm looking like man. I'm trying to get in these streets tonight. My son went and played his ass off in front of like the most family and friends I've had at the game so far. In front of the NBA scouts, in front of the college scouts. Having an amazing day and got. Hi, buddy. Yeah. So it's a string on this balloon, my nigga. We we're gonna come bring you back on down. So it is what it is, though. Whatever life throws at me, I'm prepared to deal with it.
Okay, Skinny.
And I really ain't had too much going on this week, bro. I ain't had too much going on. I want to get into this Griselda show, but I don't know.
You got a show?
Griselda has like a new I think it's like a 4-part series or something like that.
On Netflix.
Like Griselda the rappers? Oh, you talking about Griselda?
Oh, Blanco.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
heard it was good.
The only one that matters.
I heard it was good.
I did too. But I don't know.
Do they talk about the black dude?
Well, everybody keeps saying that. He got his own. He got Cocaine Cowboys 2 is all about him.
And he didn't really come about into her life until she was
older.
Super old.
She was super old.
But Cocaine Cowboys 2 is about him.
That's a series?
It's a movie. Yeah, Cocaine Cowboys 2.
Cocaine Cowboys is more about her.
And then Cocaine Cowboys 2 is about like her and his relationship.
That's a movie on Netflix?
I don't know if it's on Netflix, but you can probably watch it on like Prime or some shit. You can probably find it.
Okay.
But that's more about he talks and everything. So he tells you.
So it's a documentary or a movie?
It's like a documentary.
Oh, okay.
Like, nigga.
He tell you what really happened. He tell you what
put a hit on that nigga.
He tell you what's going on with her.
They always talk about that on Twitter.
Yeah, for real though.
Yeah. Like her son or something like that.
I think that's the one that her son was killed. Yeah, a lot of shit was going on.
You just know it's always a lot of fluff to the situation. Like, they're always adding like the extra, and I don't know how much extra I want to see yet. So
Cocaine Cowboys, the first one was for real though. Like they were showing niggas getting their head.
I'm saying once it turns into a movie.
God. Oh yeah.
Once it turns into a movie or something like that, they start adding like.
Yeah, I get it. That's why I haven't turned it on yet, because like I seen both Cocaine Cowboys.
Yeah, me too.
So
I think it's 3 of them.
The third one wasn't really about her though.
No,
because the first one was about like her, because her other name was like Black Widow or some shit. Cause she's killing off all her boyfriends and shit. And then the second one was about
the first one was her plug and her, and then the second one was him and her. Right. Because
the first one had Rafi in it. Rafi was her hitman.
Yeah,
that was the first one. And so the second one was primarily about older, because older.
Okay. She was older by the time she
not older as far as getting deported. They didn't get that far yet. When she got out of prison and got deported, and what happened over there.
See, I don't follow it like that.
So she got out of prison, she got deported. At this time, she's an old lady. She's out of the game.
Yeah,
and they end up killing her in the same way. In the same hit that she invented the motorcycle shooting. I thought the nigga hanging off the motorcycle.
What happened in Colombia, didn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So they, shot. Killed her like that. Which
That's
is
what
kind
the
of
last
ironic.
Bad Boys kind of play off of her.
Okay.
Yeah. When Mike, right? When Mike got shot. Yeah. When Mike got. It was in similar fashion. She was at like a store or mall or some shit.
Even the lady who's playing like his baby mama is like a play off of Griselda by being able to call these hits and be this type of person.
Oh, damn, I don't know why I never put two together, man.
Mm-hmm. This her son that she's sitting on the hit. Same shit. Griselda was having her kids really.
Wifey, Mike, can you turn wifey mic up?
Knock shit
or
off.
Headphones? Wifey, what's going on?
Oh no, I couldn't hear myself. That's all I'm saying. Yeah.
No, I'm saying it was you. We.
Oh, okay. I'm like, what? I didn't know he was done.
Oh yeah, no, that's all I had.
I really haven't had much of anything going on this past week. Just kind of like still feeling my way through being a mother of adult children. So kind of redirecting the energy in my home. I've been stepping back a little bit more from like, because all the kids, they always come to me like, Mom, can we I'm like, ask your dad, go talk to your dad about it. So I've been trying to like, because I know that he has no problem with like saying no.
Yeah.
And when he says no, they accept it. But for some reason, when it comes from a mother, it's like, but why? If I do, how about no? How about go talk to your dad about it? And I've been finding a lot of peace in that this past week.
That's cold.
It's been really good because
I haven't felt it because they know they come to me. I'm like,
because a lot of times they won't even ask. Like they'll just be like last night they were talking about they want another dog, and I've already said no, like in every language, no. We can't have another dog. They're like, but please, just showing me the dog. And I'm like, well, talk to your dad about it. Nobody asked. And it was a done deal. I'm like, this right here, this might have been what I've been missing all these years.
When my babies die off, it's over.
You know what, dogs?
No.
Why?
That's it. I can't see myself doing that. Like, we've had them since they were babies. I can't.
What about like a little house dog?
No.
They are little house dogs.
You don't want
Yeah, they don't grow no. Like,
Yeah, they're
mine are
little.
I wasn't playing those games. But what I'm saying is, I've had them since they were babies.
Yeah.
When they die off, I just can't see myself. Like, oh, one is dead. Let me go get another.
Rainbow dog.
Nah, I'm
A rainbow dog.
What's your rainbow
when
dog,
Nicki
man?
saying that, I might just conjure that motherfucker up. Shit. You know what, man? I ain't really been doing nothing. You know what I mean? I finally, I've been in my 260s for a minute, man. I was telling my wifey, man, I done already told you I've been like real flip floppy on my weight and shit. I ain't been doing what I'm supposed to do. So I got on the scale this morning. I was 259. So I'm kind of.
Hey.
Other than that, man, I kind of been in my moment, man. I'm taking my moment in, man. I feel like, especially now that my kids are older, man, and real life is starting to happen.
Yeah.
Right. As a father, I feel like I've held down my side of the bargain. Right? And I feel like if the shoe was if the shoe was on the other foot, the grace I give would not be given.
From your kids?
No. Like I could be on some real, and I've never done it. I'll never will do it. I did not get into the parental game for any type of gain or notoriety. When I was having kids, being the best parent ever was not really my, you know what I mean? It didn't fulfill me. But I feel like I could be on some real bitter baby daddy shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Some real bitter. And it's because it's I make it look. I make it look good. You know what I mean? Again, I put in a lot of work to make shit look normal.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, nigga, I don't give a fuck about none of this shit. I don't care how y'all feeling. Right. I've held down mine in the bargain.
Yeah.
And that's really it. That's kind of.
Do you have a different perspective now, though, on the quote unquote bitter baby mama, baby daddy, or whatever? Because is it really bitter, or are you just really standing up for yourself in the moment?
I'm bitter as fuck.
You think it's being bitter?
I am.
Or are you standing on principles?
No, I'm bitter as a motherfucker. Because
the way you didn't stray away at all. Like,
yeah, because I was never offered. I couldn't be anything other than dad.
Yeah.
I had to be the serious one. I had to be the fucking. I had to lay down the rules. I had to be the disciplinarian. I had to be the one to take care of everything.
Yeah.
I had no light to be the friend. You know what I mean? There was only one version, and that was the only version that was acquired of me at that time because that's all I could do.
Yeah.
I had to. There was no leaning on anyone else.
Yeah.
I had to be that. And so now, no. No. I don't give a fuck. I don't have no guilty conscience. I did what I needed to do. I did what I had to do. I'm still going to do what I have to do. I don't give a fuck how you feel or anybody else feel. The only thing I'm not doing is just outright blasting niggas.
Right.
But this is my season. And I'm going to enjoy it. I've held down my end of the bargain. And that's love to everybody else. That's just, you know what I'm saying? I just.
Are you being accused of not holding that end of the bargain?
No, it's like now that the end is near, a whole bunch of cousins are starting to pop up.
Okay.
If that's what you want to. I'll put in those words. Now that the end is near, a bunch of cousins are popping up.
Now that the work is done.
Yeah. Now the cousins want to, you know what I mean?
Co-sign.
Let me bask in the glory. No, stay your ass where you at.
Yeah.
But I don't think that makes you. I don't know. Maybe I just have a different point of view on it. I don't think that makes you bitter. I feel like that's kind of like standing on principle because I did all the work. I was the one present. You had a choice to be there. You didn't do what you were supposed to do. So I feel like that's standing on principle. That's not being bitter. But then again, I'm a woman, so maybe, I might be.
And that's probably what women do most of the time. Just like,
because I don't see it as being bitter. I see it as like I did the work.
I think I'm speaking for myself, and it's like when you gotta hold it down. When you gotta hold it down, there's no room to be anything else.
Yeah,
I have to I have to get things taken care of. You know what I'm saying? And I wish I could just show up and just be the friend. I do. You know what I'm saying? But I take care of business. So now, it's over. How the cousins want to show up? You want the spotlight now. So
being a friend in the kid's life?
Yes.
No, it's crazy. I feel like I've been a friend to my oldest. And that's not a good feeling either. Because now it's parenting is a joke. So when I get serious, I got to get too serious.
Jeez. Yeah.
So, like
to really prove like I'm for real right now.
Yeah, like I got to get too serious because I dealt with so much of her being away, and then when I do have you, this is our moment, and I need to make this as fun as possible.
Make the best of it.
So I'm more so being like the friend. And now that parenting, it's time to parent, I got to be like too aggressive. I got to be too much of, you know what I'm saying? Like I got to be who I don't want to be. And it's a weird space to be in.
Yeah. I mean, I guess from the other side, I can see why moms would be upset. It's like, why the fuck you only pop out when a spotlight on?
Yeah.
That type shit. You know what I mean?
When it's time to take the pictures.
And so I had to sit down. Like I sat down and I sat down with my son, man, and I was like, you know how rare of a situation this is?
Where dad is all hands on and mom is chilling.
100%.
Yeah.
Even, not 90, not 90-10, not 80-20, 100%.
Yeah.
And I asked him, and he was like, no.
'Cause that's normal.
And I said, that is normal, right? And I said, how many of your friends just take with their dad? He said, none. So I came back and said, do you know how rare of a situation you are in. And then he like was quiet.
I think the fucked up part about the being that type of dad situation is, like you said, when motherfuckers come for the spotlight, it's like, as a woman, you've always got the spotlight.
Yes.
You know what
By
I'm saying?
default.
Yeah.
By default. You always got the spotlight. Like, the stories that we hear start with, I want to thank my mama and God.
Yeah.
So it's always like this, our conversation about Father's Day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's the same shit every time. So it's like, I can feel where the bitterness would come from. Like, because you do, like, are you serious? Like, I just had a conversation recently, and somebody was asking me, like, do you have a favorite kid? I was like, I don't think I would have a favorite kid until they become adults. And then I see who don't really give a fuck about me, who's not going to really look out for me, who's not going to really, like, that's when the favorite kid moment to come.
When they don't really need you
Yeah.
at that time. Yeah.
But then that's turning bitter towards the kid now. Now it's like, you little motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So I could definitely see.
You don't have no favorite kid?
I don't have a favorite kid.
I don't have a favorite kid, but my youngest saved me.
Okay.
I would say that. I think we were in a very, very dark period of time.
Yeah.
When we found out. I'm not even gonna say we. I'm not gonna speak for her. I was in a very, very dark space when we found out she was pregnant.
Understandable.
So I would say I don't know where I'd be mentally and physically had that not happened.
Without her.
And still seeing, you know what I'm saying? Like, our family has been through so much. Even last year.
Yeah.
With everything going on, you still got this young human being running around, happy, loud.
Yeah.
Where the world hasn't taken over yet.
Yeah.
So you still got this innocent spirit walking around the house, running around the house, happy. I never want to take that away from him. You know what I mean? So sometimes I would have to, I've gotten on my daughter, I've gotten on my wife and everybody else. Keep him away from that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That is, keep him as innocent as possible.
For as long as you can.
For as long as you can, because at this point, shit, the world done took over all of us at this point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But you still got this one person that wakes up no matter what.
And he happy.
Happy.
Yeah.
Running around. We need that, especially our household.
Yeah.
Be fucked up sometimes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And motherfucker run in there, jump on the bed and shit, and he kind of like all your problems just kind of go away a little bit.
Yeah.
Because he don't know. You know? So... yeah, man, that's really where I'm at, man. You know, yeah.
I get it. And protect your baby boy. Protect his happiness and his innocence as long as you can. Because I think the thing that gets lost on all of us is once you turn 18, technically you're an adult. And you're an adult for the rest of your life. You don't get to be a kid anymore. So you only have these quote unquote 18 years to be a kid, and you spend the rest of your life being an adult. You're fighting problems. You're putting out fires for the rest of your fucking life.
Yep.
So even though I know my kids know that Santa Claus is not real, but every Christmas is from Santa.
Yep.
Like last night I took them to eat, and we're going on the bear hunt. You know, shit like that. That just reminds me of them being kids, and they're looking like, Dad, this shit is corny. Put on yeet.
Yeah.
Put on yeet. But they don't understand. I'm trying to preserve y'all in this space because I know once you hit this threshold, you're no longer a kid. You're never you. For me, I can't speak for anybody else. I think a lot of people. What you become an adult, we spend so much time wanting to be an adult when we're kids, right? Mm-hmm. I think we spend a lot of time once you become an adult wishing you were still a kid.
Yes.
And they don't. I think most kids don't understand that. So I'm trying to preserve you in this space as long as I can because I know once you get there, there's no going back. And you're gonna wish.
Yeah. That's why I was telling my daughter. I was like, man, I was telling my daughter yesterday, man. I was like, y'all don't be understanding. Like, we really pay attention to y'all.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I was telling her, I said, when you were little, I still do it today with my youngest son, boy. I was saying when y'all are little, I would ask y'all every day, like, how was y'all day?
Yeah.
After school and shit, right? They'd jump in the car, run down their entire day, be so happy about it, tell me what they ate, what they did.
Yeah.
And then you see it kind of just progress into just good.
Yeah, that
How
transition.
was your day? Good. How was school? Good. Damn.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, because I've been taking my daughter to the gym with me.
Okay.
yesterday was the first time where I really had to like, hey, my nigga, I need you to tighten up. You know what I mean? I could tell.
But to give her grace, like that was her first day back.
Yeah.
She had been gone for a week, so
Okay.
you know.
I think it's something once my daughter sees the work that she's putting in, she's starting to see it.
Yeah.
I think it's something she'll be really into.
Okay.
She's into like you can tell, you know what I mean? Like with my son, when I took him bowling, all his fucking eyes just lit up.
Yeah.
I said, "Oh shit, we might have a motherfucking bowler."
Yeah.
You know, you can see it.
Yeah.
So, as far as working out and going to the gym goes, once she's in there and she kind of like locks in, she's only been going for like a week, but you can see it when she locks in. It's kind of you know. So, and then I got 2 hoopers, and then my oldest daughter is kind of just. You know what I mean? She's killing life right now, man. So in that hindsight, I think for what our family has been through, we're doing great.
That's dope.
Right? Mm-hmm. But see, this is the problem. That it's always just been me and her. It's always just been me and her. You know what I'm saying? It's been me and her. Shout out to my moms. My mom's been coming through. Shout out to my grandma. You know, my grandma's 80-something years old. She pops out. She pops out when she can, but she still pops out. You know what I mean? So she's been there for my daughter's senior year. She's gonna be at my son's senior year. But it's always been me and her. So now you got these other motherfuckers coming through, and it's like, well, where the fuck y'all been?
Nah, for real.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where the fuck y'all been?
It sucks. Fortunately, I haven't had to deal with that part of it, but like.
It's really it is a very different experience.
Yeah.
Cause like I said, you always see it from the mother standpoint, like, cause moms don't hesitate to say, I'm doing this by myself and blah, blah, blah. And these my pictures. I bought them clothes. I did this. Cause they, they need the gratification. They need everybody to see that they're doing it on their own. And then just to like, not say anything and just be like, oh, I'm my kid knows.
That's it.
Yeah,
that's
like
it.
that's literally it. It's like it's a very humbling.
I'm Superman and
situation.
Kryptonite at the same time, bro.
I'm still that way. I've always been big on. I'm not gonna ever badmouth my kid's mom in front of them because one day they'll be able to see for themselves.
Now that's the truth.
One day, you know what I'm saying? I because you can tell my kids whatever you want to about me, and I hate it. I hate it, and I hate having certain conversations in front of them, like certain shit I just don't feel like we should expose them to. But you can tell them whatever you want to about me. One day they'll be able to process this information for their fucking self. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I never had, and I've seen it reciprocate itself. I've seen.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna say which one of my kids, but like it's just like okay, like
yeah. It's the truth. I am living proof of that. My mother never, ever, ever, ever said nothing bad about my dad. Never.
Yeah.
And she didn't need to, because it was like once you get older, because it gives you the opportunity to. And I'm not saying anything bad about my father, because he's a great guy. He's a really good guy. But considering the circumstances, he wasn't able to be like a real, a father. Like we had to build a relationship as adults. And I was so thankful that my mom didn't force her feelings on it, regardless of whatever they went through. It was never, my mom has never spoken badly about my father.
I noticed when you was just talking just now, you said he's a great guy. Not a great dad. You said he's a great guy.
He's a great guy.
Yeah.
He is.
No, I'm not.
And I'm not saying
like,
nothing, and I'm not taking anything from him as a father, but he's one of those men where, all he ever really had to do was be a provider.
Yeah.
So anything I needed, that was always there.
Yeah.
I will say that throughout like my high school years, he did end up moving to San Diego to be there so that we could have like weekly dinners and things like that, so that we could kind of build a relationship. But by that time I'm almost an adult, so it's like
Yeah.
But I say all that to say, I was able to establish my own feelings about things, and have my own relationship with him, and I didn't have anything else tainting it, no matter how she felt about it.
Yeah.
And I appreciate
that. Because she probably felt the way, and you're like,
It's guilt. I mean, as a husband looking in, was guilt. I mean, my dad goes through it too. You know what I'm saying? I can kind of, you at some points you can kind of see like,
Yeah.
When you're just a provider, though, is there like I think, well, my dad is fucking great, but he was a provider. We didn't have the father-son talks until damn near grown.
I mean, you said several times like your dad didn't tell you he loved you till he thought he was losing you.
Yeah, my dad didn't. He didn't. I didn't hear "I love you" until he thought I was gonna die, and then it was like, now if I call my dad right now when we get off the phone, he gonna say it every time. But that helped me. You know what I'm saying? Like when he started saying it, I was like, oh, it's okay to say it because I didn't know it was okay.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But I'm not getting too. Last year, right? Last year, my daughter graduated, and her real father was there.
Yeah.
And that kind of like it like broke my heart a little bit.
Bro.
Man to man, that shit kind of like broke my heart a little bit. Like you can see the guilt all over him. You know what I mean? And it's like I never want to be in that position. I don't give a fuck if my kids hated me. The one thing they can't say is I was never there.
I went through that with my two oldest. I remember, like, I don't celebrate too many holidays, but 4th of July has always been my shit.
Yeah.
And I remember a 4th of July coming, and they didn't show up. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? And I remember calling my son, like,
It's the only holiday where the prop is.
Like, this the only one I fuck with. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you're bigger than the prop.
Yeah. I'm like, what? You know, like, what's going on? They was like, oh, we went to. They don't call him dad. They call him his name. You know what I'm saying? We went to his spot, and I was like, nigga, what?
Yeah.
The fuck you mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, and then graduation was the same thing. When my son was graduating, you know, we there. Like, my son is different. Like, he more so like, fuck this nigga. You know what I'm saying? But my daughter, it's always still like, this is my dad. Like, you could tell, like, she
wants that.
She wants him. You know what I'm saying? Like, she wants him. And that be the heartbreaking part. It be seeing her try and get her heart broken every time. Like, literally, his other kids was going to school with her in high school. He would come pick them up, and she had to walk home.
Jesus Christ.
What?
And I was like, what? Jesus. So when she was telling me, like, but at first it just was weird. But every time she try again. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
that's heartbreaking.
How did that make you feel?
Damn.
How did that make you feel? How did that make you feel?
It fucked me up because, like, so even with my son, right? My son calls me dad.
Yeah.
She calls me Vinci.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, the rest of the kids calls me dad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But she always wanted that with
her dad.
Her dad. You know what I'm saying? And there's nothing I can do. I've done everything that I can do. You know what I'm saying? Does it break your heart? It hurts, but what can I do? Like, I just gotta watch this man break her heart. Like, unless I do something to him, you know what I'm saying? Like, unless I take it personal, I gotta watch it happen.
Unless you gotta pull up at the school too, like,
But now you keep saying it breaks her heart. How does it make you feel?
It breaks my heart because it.
Not because of what you're seeing her go through. How does it make you feel to say, I'm her dad for all intents and purposes, but she's not giving me that credit per se. Like, you're giving him the credit even though I'm doing the work.
So, like I said, they still don't call him dad either.
Yeah.
So it's always just me seeing that she wants that. You know what I'm saying? Like, when it comes to who raised her, who she loves, like, she will hit me randomly. I love you. I miss you. We got to go out to eat. We got to go. You know what I'm saying? Like, she does that. So the credit is always there. But I could tell that she's still searching
for that from him.
Yeah.
Even though I'm giving it to you. So I'm like, how does that make you? I'm giving you this, but you're searching for it from him, which I understand. But how did that make you feel? Like, knowing I'm already giving it to you, but you still rather get it from over there.
I don't know. I can't. I guess I can't describe the feeling.
Yeah.
It's just one of them, like, You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The wave and nobody see you waving.
Yeah.
That's
one of
tough,
them.
man. God damn, bro.
That's tough.
Yeah, man. You know, being in this position, man, a lot of people was taking this back to the internet, right? A lot of people was getting on Ciara because did you see Russell Westbrook? He posted the picture with him and
Every time he posts a
and
picture
Lil
of that boy,
Future.
it's always a problem. Every time.
And I was like,
But everybody was saying this time the Future looks so much like him.
no, it was more so like, how the fuck can Ciara? How was she allowing that? And I'm like, nigga, by all means, like, it's the old adage, man. It's really the old adage, and you don't really understand
Most
it.
niggas that say that don't be fathers.
At
This
all.
is a fact.
Or they don't even be present in their own kids'
Exactly.
lives. Like, what are you
It's
talking
the old
about?
adage that is so
That's bitter,
fucking,
baby daddy.
Exactly.
That's bitter, baby daddy. For
I don't
sure.
think I don't. To me, I don't think Future cares.
No, I'm not talking about Future itself. I'm saying like
People that speak
the
up
people
on it,
that
yeah.
speak up on it. Like 9 out of 10, like a lot of times they don't be there for their kids like that.
Yeah, I was gonna say I've never, by all means. I mean, my kids, moms, even though I have to go through it now because they're older, by all means, you find a nigga, fall in love with that nigga as fast as you can because it's easier on me. Like, and I mean, it's fucked up to say, but like, nigga, I could be a better dad when you in love.
Yeah.
I'm a way better dad when you in love. Because
Yeah.
when you just out here getting fucked on, you miserable. And I'm getting the blunt. I'm getting all of the bullshit.
Fact.
So, nigga, what? Black love, baby. Black love, baby. What? I'm here for that. I'm here for that.
Yeah.
Because, nigga, when you miserable, I'm getting the bullshit. So that's why I was like, when I seen that picture, I'm like, nigga, if I'm Future, I'm like, nigga, shout out.
Because isn't that what you want? Like, don't you want your, like, especially if your child is, even if it's just 50% in that household with another man or another, whoever, you know, the spouse of, that you're co-parenting with. Don't you want them to love your child like they are theirs? Or do you want them to treat your baby different from the other kids and they feel like, okay, I'm just here and then y'all got y'all family?
I think as long as you don't go into it with a competition mindset, and I never did. Again, I never cared about no shit like that.
I think it's your level of guilt that determines it. If I know I'm not doing my part, and I see another nigga loving my kid like he is, it's gonna make me angry. It's gonna make me bitter because I know I'm not doing my part. It has nothing to me. It would have nothing to do with Russell. You're doing what you're supposed to as a dad, as a man.
Yeah.
If I know I'm not doing my part, that's good. That's the part that's gonna make me bitter.
So okay. So y'all wake up, get on the internet, and y'all and your baby moms or your wife or whoever, y'all wake up and your ex's boyfriend got pictures of your kids on the internet and y'all see him. How do y'all react?
But this is not her boyfriend. That's her husband. So that's different.
I've lived through it.
Yeah.
Like, I appreciate you, my nigga, because it takes a village, and I know I'm not in the position. He was a few years older than me.
Yeah.
You're more established. You know what I'm saying? Like, you treat my kid the way I would want you to treat my kid if you're in her life. Like, I appreciate it, me personally. Listen. If he needs discipline him, please.
Nah.
I was raised where my aunts could whoop me like my mom could. My grandma could whoop me like my mom. Everybody in my family could whoop me like my mom could. I never had to deal with the stepfather part of it, but like, if he needs to be corrected, correct him.
Yeah.
You touch mine.
Correct.
Don't leave it at that. Huh?
Yeah.
I see you in head.
Do it like whatever. You over there. You housing them. You clothing them. You feeding them. If he not respecting you the way he's supposed to, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Within reason. Yeah.
Definitely.
Don't beat him. Don't beat him.
Yeah,
No,
'cause
we're not
then
doing
it's a
that.
different
Don't
thing,
touch him.
yeah.
Period.
Don't
Like,
beat him, but like if he
Call me, fam.
My son was young at the time, so it's not like I don't expect you to beat him. I don't expect you to like whoop his ass.
Yeah.
But if he need to be hit on his ass, tap him. Let him know.
Why
He has
not?
to respect you.
What?
Don't tap him.
Would I be upset? No, not at all.
Me and you get a divorce, and look, we get a divorce, and
You
you
already
wake
said the
up.
D word. She don't even want to hear the rest of the talking.
We get,
What
we-
are you
we
talking
get a
about? This
divorce
is
and
for
we wake-
life.
You being weird right now.
This is stop being weird to me.
We get a divorce, and you wake up,
Stop being weird to me.
and I got a picture. I got a family picture. There's a family picture.
Ooh, I didn't try that.
There's a family picture on the internet of with my current and what was our family.
She ain't feeling that.
No, I'm not. You know me. I'm not. Not at all. I would be upset. I would be upset. It's especially like
Just
it
their
depends.
feelings attached though.
Yeah, because that's what makes the difference. There, I can't see me and you divorcing and then I'm just like completely over it, considering how long we have been together. We have established our family for over a decade, and then now I'm out the picture and you taking a picture with a new bitch. Nah.
What if you've moved on though? Does that change it? What if we both in relationships?
I'm still gonna be mad.
Mm.
Cause why are y'all taking a family picture?
So
Like-
does that mean you're not gonna take a family picture either?
No, I'm not gonna take a family picture.
Okay.
Yeah, right.
No, I'm not. Do we have any family pictures right now?
Who?
Like professional, because that's the type of stuff that I would be looking at. Like, say if we got a divorce and we don't have any professional family pictures together for our children, for the family that we've established, and then you go on with this new woman and y'all have a family picture, I'm gonna be like, damn, why we couldn't get a family picture?
What if it's not what if we just out at Chuck E. Cheese and we just like fuck it, we just gonna take a little.
Oh, then no.
What if it's
How
okay.
often do you even how often does people even do professional anymore when you
Even-
got the whole phone
You
in your
still
hand?
should have one.
I mean, even
still
like,
have one.
what if it's okay? The Russell situation. Russell literally is just taking a picture.
Yeah, I feel like that's different though. Like that is her husband. They've been together for years and years and years. This is not just like a boyfriend type of situation. I don't think that there was anything wrong with him.
So he
got to
get remarried for it to be okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if they go get matching outfits and go to
I'm
all
gonna
the
be
meals, it's gonna be a
listen. I'm
problem.
gonna tell y'all right now. I'm definitely, if me and him get a divorce, I'm gonna be very bitter. It's not gonna be a good look. I probably need to get off of social media because yes, I'm gonna be upset. He could probably just look happy with somebody else, and I'm gonna be mad. I'm like, oh, look at this nigga taking this picture.
When was the
with
last
this
time
bitch.
y'all seen something on the internet and kind of like that upsetted you?
As far like in general, or as far as like your kids, your family situation.
Yeah. Just in period.
I'm a little upset right now because it's a lot of new Detroit Lion fans
Out of
rolling
nowhere.
around. Like, where the fuck did y'all come
Oh,
from?
yeah.
This is weird. This is
They
weird.
have to be fans in peace because the Lions,
They've been bad. for a
they've
long
been
time.
They're not-
very, very bad.
They're not Lions fans.
decades.
They're Cowboy fans who are all of a sudden want to root for the Lions because they don't necessarily care about the Lions winning. They just want the 49ers to lose.
No
like,
matter
what-
who's on the other side.
It don't matter who the fuck is on the other side. We just want them niggas to lose, so we cheer in mass for the Lions.
So they the bitter baby daddies.
What? Like, where the fuck did y'all come from? Like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I mean, I probably wouldn't care. I wouldn't care. Mine be a little bit more strategic though.
I don't know if I'm
So,
not
like,
here.
The more she in love, because I still have a baby. So like the more she's in love, the further away child support goes. The uglier that situation, the closer child support comes. So I'm kind of like I'm gonna be pushing for black love. You know what I mean? Because
start skipping
I
the
know
payment?
what's up. I haven't looked. I
You
just
sound like he done thought about this.
I have this thing, man, where like I said, I've never really I don't use the love word a lot. I don't do the relationship thing.
Yeah.
I was never into that. So like those situations, once they were done, they were like done. There was no like looking back.
Yeah.
You know? So I'm all for it, man. As long as my children are healthy, out of danger,
Yeah.
the more the better. You know what I'm saying? Again,
The more the better. So,
hey, the more the better. You feel me? Like,
get your man going, baby.
Hey, shit. I'm more so, I'm more so like, that old adage that everybody used to put on us, and it was just always corny to me, but I understand it now. Be careful who you have kids with.
Absolutely.
Watch who you have kids with.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? We be doing this shit, be thinking it's forever, and then so half the time it ain't even about the kid. So all this bullshit be going on. It ain't got nothing to do with the kid. It's just I didn't like you. Like I gotta share a kid with a motherfucker I didn't like. Like I just like to fuck on you. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, but like, Jesus, to have a baby by somebody and I just liked your ass.
But that's sounds like a contradiction because you say like, oh, I don't use the love word loosely. I don't do the relationships. But every person that you've had a child with, you've been in a relationship with.
Mm.
So how does that even
3
make
times.
sense? Yeah, but how does that even make sense to say, I didn't even like you. I just like to fuck on you.
I'm just giving an example. I wasn't talking about my situation.
Yeah, if it's 3 out of 106.
My bad. I gotta punch that in. Let me punch that in on my big shit. I'm just giving an example. A lot of motherfuckers be having kids with women that they just like physically.
That's true.
Unfortunately. And that's where a lot of the drama comes in at, because now the dust is settled. You realize she's having a baby, she ain't getting rid of it. And reality sets in, like, I really didn't even like her. And half the time I'm cheating anyways. I was like you, the cheatee. You know what I'm saying? You just had a fat ass that I wanted to try. And then boom.
And try, I did.
So 18 years for the motherfucker that one you didn't even know, really. You know nothing about her and she just had a fat ass. That's a recipe for.
Yeah, that's a tough way. That's a tough way to find out about somebody is because you got a kid with them. So I'm stuck with you. I have to learn about your personality.
Gotta learn, and I don't like double whammy. Not only I just didn't really like you like that. I really don't like you.
Yeah,
now I see the ugliness come. Oh my god.
Oh, the baby gonna compound that.
Double whammer.
Oh, damn, bitch! I did not know you couldn't read out loud. I did not know that.
All right. So we here now, man. Again, man, shout out to Cat Williams, man. He set 2024 on fire, and I don't think there hasn't been any looking back. We talked about it earlier. Wifey, have you heard the record?
I did hear it.
What is your thoughts on his?
I liked it. I thought it was very spicy, but still kind of one of those like throw a rock and hide your hands a little bit because there wasn't any real names attached to it. So it was kind of one of those like a hit dog is gonna holler, and she been hollering ever since.
A few people been hollering. Yeah. Oh boy, Nicki been hollering like
Nicki
a motherfucker.
been hollering.
Yeah, she didn't get that record at all.
But I feel like it was. I also feel like it was almost a little bit too late because she came out with the Sympathy song first after before Party released his.
Cobra.
Yeah, Cobra. So she came out with that first, and then now it's like fuck all y'all, blah blah blah. Well, that's what you should have led with.
Yeah.
I feel like you should lead with that instead of saying like, well, I'm depressed. Please feel sorry for me. That's why I was out here fucking all these niggas because I'm depressed. Like, don't lead with that. Like, lead with his. I think she should have led with that.
Skinny, Iron?
Yeah, but can you come back from that though?
Can you come back from what?
If I lead with his and then come back with I put out his because I was going through it. Like, can you reverse the order of the songs?
No, don't release Cobra. Like,
So
don't
just
put that.
go
Just,
his.
just
Oh,
go
Now you're
his.
making my point.
Just go
Y'all
his.
making my point that I was arguing. I had said the Meg Thee Stallion his review should be up before this, but I had said that I felt that she shouldn't have released this record. Now that I've heard it,
You feel like she should
she
have
shouldn't
kept
have never
his?
released it. She should have never released it.
No, I think she should have
Teased
released
it.
it first.
She should have teased it, but not released it. Why? Because there is no you can't go back from it, and I don't think you have nothing that's going to overshadow it. So you tease it because I'm looking at the big picture, and the big picture is you could say she's a flop. Her brand versus how her music is going is not on the same level.
Agreed.
The music is not translating. So now you got this song that everybody's talking about, but now that you've given us the trailer with too much of the movie in it.
Yeah, but when is her next project expected to drop?
She got it. She dropping two. This is 2 singles.
Yeah,
Something's
she gotta
coming.
have something soon.
Yeah,
Something's coming. So you give me. Oh, I want it already. What if you would have teased this and then you put this as the intro? You can't play it nowhere else. You put this as the intro. Now I'm driving everybody to my album. But now you're giving me everything. And you overshot. I like Cobra.
I haven't heard it, so I can't judge Cobra.
So now what?
I think you were still because
And
it's
then at
gotten
3
so
o'clock,
big,
Nicki's supposed to be dropping her song.
it's gotten so big you have to tune in. It's must see TV at this point. It's must see TV.
This is a plus for Nicki.
It's a plus for both of them if they play it right.
I don't even think, is anybody even talking about this anymore?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, it's
Bigfoot haven't dropped, so what else are we talking
I
about?
feel like everybody is talking about what Nicki is responding to.
I think Nicki is trying to drown her out. Which is only going to put more emphasis on the song because you haven't put out your version yet. So we have what you're saying on the internet and her song. That's it.
Okay.
Then we got to spin the block again. Go listen to his again after you drop yours.
Absolutely not. That's a one and doneer.
You think so?
I listened to it and that's a one and doneer. I don't see how. What do you put on his for?
I think the internet kind of took that from us though, because I knew all the I knew all the messy bars before I heard the song.
Yeah.
So okay, as a record, as a record, how do you feel about it?
I'm not a Megan Thee Stallion music fan anyway. I've never have been. So if I never hear it again, it's not too soon.
Skinny?
What? I like his. I like it. I fuck with it. I'm not. If it come on, I'm not turning it off. I'm not
But you're
necessarily
not looking for it.
Yeah, but I'm not looking
Yeah.
for women music.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
That's true.
So as a whole, it's like it's not a slight to what she got going on. I'm just not looking for a woman's music like that. But I'm definitely not mad at the track. Like I thought she was talking her shit. I thought it was hard. I like the beat. Everything about the song I personally liked. Only
Yeah.
thing I think that could have been added is
She got to release. She
these
could have
niggas
deleted
running
that talking.
the Drake shit. Nah, hell nah. You need that talking. I mean, it's not Pac
In the
hit 'em up
beginning and
talking.
in the middle,
Pac talk for 5 minutes.
she got a southern accent too. I don't like mean southern hospitality.
What you talking about,
You
boy?
just want sweet syrupy
Pussy,
southern.
nigga, pussy, nigga. What the fuck is you talking about?
So,
I
have
love
y'all
that
take?
shit.
So I see a lot of people on the internet like saying like Nicki she's too old. She's overdoing it. She's being disrespectful. Like, have y'all taken a side on things?
I don't think you too old to address disrespect. Like if I was disrespected first, I don't know how I went.
Right, because I'm wondering, like, what, triggered that? Because that couldn't have been unsolicited.
Yeah,
I just don't feel like that was an unsolicited bar. Especially y'all did a song together. Y'all used to be
we was cool.
taking
we was
pictures. Y'all was
homegirls.
cool. And then,
I think they were acquaintances. I don't think they were ever like super cool.
We had.
can anybody be super cool with Nicki?
You can say the same for Meg though. She falls out with everybody she's cool with.
That's true too. But if I was close enough to you to let you know, I'm trying to, like, me and my husband are trying to have a baby. Like I've told you some personal. It's no different than than Drake and Kanye, right? Like I would.
No, I think they had a real relationship.
It was close enough for me to tell you some personal details about my life that are not privy to the public. I'm telling you, I have this son.
Well, I you know what? I feel like the industry knows a lot more about Meg than we do, anyways. So I think anything that was being said is nothing new. It's just that the public doesn't know. As far as Meg and Nicki goes, I know in Ruby, was it Ruby the Sleeves or some shit, that song that she got?
Yeah.
She said, I don't fuck with horses since Christopher Reeves.
Yeah.
That's the song that's on the radio now.
That's what Nicki said?
Yeah, it's on Ruby's sleeve.
I haven't been fucking with horses since some shit like that.
Mm.
And then even on Hot Girl Summer, I always looked at that like not necessarily a label thing, but like a label thing. Because Nicki was on Hot Girl Summer for like 10 seconds. Like she wasn't on there like super long where you'd be like, this is a real collab.
Yeah.
She wasn't on that song that long. 10, 15 seconds tops.
I really be listening to Megan Thee Stallion music. That's crazy.
Hot Girl Summer was on the radio. Come on, man. But yeah, I always looked at them as just like
Acquaintances.
Peers. But I'm with y'all. I feel like Drake and what Drake did with Back to Back, in hindsight, ruined what a real diss record is.
I don't want to believe that.
It's tonight. Everybody's talking about this disrespectful shit. And again, I come from I smell pussy. Hit 'em up.
No Vaseline.
Drake shit wasn't disrespectful.
No, it was a bop record that you could play everywhere with not necessarily subs, but
Drake had
diss record. I remember diss records being nigga. It's short for disrespectful.
So it wasn't disrespectful, but it was still a diss record.
But it wasn't. Drake has the only diss record that he never said "fuck you" or "fuck that" or like he never. There's not a diss record.
Nice as fuck.
It was nice as hell.
He turned diss records into a bop, which isn't necessarily a bad thing.
He's a light-skinned Canadian. What do you expect?
Yeah, but it kind of ruined what a diss record is. So we had an argument because Ice Spice
fuck the nigga, bitch. Like he didn't do nothing.
Ice Spice dropped her song. Something
About the fart.
Yeah. She threw it.
We need her to. She stinks. We need her to
Thank
stop.
you.
No pun intended.
She threw a lotto shot out there.
What was the lotto shot?
Somebody get off the floor.
She was
Bitch on the floor. I told her to get up. Some shit like that.
She needs to leave Lotto alone.
I don't think Lotto can. She cannot fuck with Lotto if they talking about rapping. If you talking about a song,
Lotto has more streams. We went over this.
If you talking about a song, she's gonna overshadow Lotto.
Never. Are you crazy?
Lotto cannot go in the booth.
Are you crazy?
Lotto cannot go in the booth. Drop a diss record, and it does something bigger than what Ice Spice is doing.
You think this Ice Spice diss record is gonna do anything crazy?
No. What I'm saying is that Lotto is gonna go in a booth and try to make a real diss record, and then Ice Spice is gonna retaliate with some shit like this, and it's gonna overshadow it.
No.
The shit like this is not even shadowing.
No.
It's not even shadowing. It's not even doing nothing. So if Lotto drop anything, this shit is forgotten like we already forgot it. And then if anything, Lotto dissing her makes some people go listen to this bullshit.
Pusha T is an exception to the rule, but I think diss records are bops these days. They're not even diss records no more. They're records with subs in them.
Unless that record become a big record, unless Ice Spice record becomes a big record, this is a pointless argument.
It's not even a diss record though. Like you said, it's one bar. It's not even a diss record. No different than.
No, I think I told you Lotto threw a shot at her on. This ain't the first time. Like they've been throwing bars at each other for a while. But I know to put him on the floor, she threw a shot at her.
I'm disappointed in your take on this.
Lotto put him on the floor. Still,
Ice Spice is a bigger artist.
Is getting more play. No, she's not.
Ice Spice is a bigger artist. What are we doing?
She hasn't done anything.
She was
to
on
be
stage with the Jesus Christ Taylor Swift.
You keep saying that, and it didn't help her numbers. Her getting on stage did not help her numbers. Lotto numbers is still better than hers.
Man, but that is
song for song.
But you're not putting it in context. You're not putting it in context. Lotto has been there. Lotto started in 2019. Lotto started
As
in
a kid.
2019. Ice Spice started in 2022.
That don't mean nothing.
Lotto has 2 more million streams than Ice Spice.
Monthly.
That's it.
Monthly.
Those are politics, though. Those are
Listen.
Those are rap.
Oh my God,
Those
what are
are-
we talking
Yeah.
about?
Those are rap politics, though.
And then you know that
What
streams are not
politics?
that you can't really base it off of streams either. You already know that. A lot of that can be it's especially if you have a label behind
Come
you that's
on,
trying to
man.
push you as the princess of hip hop and she's terrible. She is awful.
What do you mean she's terrible? She's still rapping. Do I like the drill cadence? No, but she's still rapping.
She's terrible.
And
that's
Ice
terrible.
Spice was a product of rap politics, and that sucks. I mean, Munch was a legit hit, right? I give her all the credit for that.
The one with the Bad Boys when she did the I Need a Girl Part 2 sample was cold too.
No. But then she became a product. She became a product of this. Nicki doesn't get along with other girls, so okay, let me embrace the new hot girl, and she's gonna be my product. There's nothing that Lotto had. I mean,
We've had this discussion already.
There's nothing
and everybody
Ice Spice
came out
had
and
done.
said y'all was wrong.
Who said it?
But we
But-
had the discussion
but-
about Ice Spice.
Y'all niggas
You
praise
keep saying
dancing
big-
on
when you-
YouTube. I hope that's not who we.
When you
that's
saying
not everybody.
when you saying bigger and
I hope that's not who everybody is, because that's not true.
when you saying bigger, and if we go by numbers of if we go by numbers on the records that was dropped in similar times, Lotto numbers is better than Ice Spice numbers and the records that are dropped at the same time. Her in her mood is not bigger than Put 'Em on the Floor.
We know that though, but that's because of Cardi, not because of Lotto.
What are we talking?
That was
okay.
a big record though
Okay,
before
Lotto,
Cardi even got on there.
Lotto, Big Energy. Her song Big Energy is doing more numbers than
I forgot about
anything
Big
Hot
Energy.
Spice, anything that Ice Spice have, and that is just her.
I don't know what Big Energy is.
I forgot.
With,
I forgot
but
about Big
she
Energy.
do have
That's a-
she
that's a-
does
that's
have
a
Mariah
big
Carey on
thank
it,
you.
though, too. Yeah.
That you said that's
That's-
bigger than anything Ice
That's
Spice
one
got?
of those
Yes.
that's not gonna go away.
Oh.
Yeah.
She's the bigger artist.
That's one song.
But I
hear
would
In
like
a Mood.
to hear her.
I hear the Barbie song. I hear In a Mood. I hear it all over the radio. I hear Ice Spice way more than I hear Lotto.
You hear Ice Spice featuring Nicki Minaj. You don't hear Ice Spice by herself.
I don't look.
See, look at you, backpedaling.
I'm not
No,
backpedaling. I feel like Ice Spice is the bigger artist.
I don't think so.
Oh,
I
with
feel
the
like,
bigger brand.
I feel like
And Lotto got a song-
And Lotto was the better rapper.
And Lotto got a song with the BTS nigga with over 1 billion streams.
What we talking about, man?
Ooh.
See?
We talking numbers. We talking numbers.
No, nigga,
you keep
just
talking.
said-
You keep
I
bringing
just
up
sat
Taylor
here and just
Swift.
said, "Oh, she's a product of." Oh,
You
she's
still
a
bringing
product
up-
of the
you keep
politics.
bringing up Taylor
Look, she got
Swift.
nigga. She got the BTS nigga. That's cheating.
She's
you got
touring-
Mariah Carey,
She done been on stage.
and you only got 2 million more streams than I do.
She been on the stage with the BTS nigga. She's been on the stage with Taylor Swift.
Crazy.
These 2 million streams is monthly still. No matter how long you talk about how long she's been out, we still talking about monthly. We're still talking about monthly.
$2 million more a month that's $24 million a year.
That's
It's a lot.
a lot of niggas over there in Asia. You didn't grab all of them. You didn't grab all of them, fam.
That's what we gonna lean in on.
What you just call Taylor Swift? What you just call her?
Jesus Christ.
He don't want to give.
That's over there. They
he
don't believe
wanna-
in Jesus
he don't
Christ
wanna
over
give
there.
Lotto the same
That's
respect
Buddha.
to give fucking this other chick, Ice Spice.
SpongeBob,
Yeah.
Patrick
They
Star.
kill you for believing in Jesus over there, dog.
He want to give Patrick Star all the grace.
That is insane. Why would you gonna believe that?
But either or, right? Again,
Lotto record would get more
this
play
is
if she did.
I'm familiar with this situation because I know it. If I'm bagging with a nigga, I'm looking around already. And Eminem said this early in his career. I have ROMs for everybody, just in case.
Yeah.
And so, if me and you going at it, I'm here for it. Me and you can go at it all day.
Yeah.
But it's a nigga in the corner laughing too loud. What the fuck are you laughing at? I got way too much on you for you to be laughing. Now I'm not even worried about the nigga I'm bagging on. You. And I feel like this is the situation that Nicki was in. I think Nicki honestly was waiting. She's coming too fast.
She couldn't have, not with Bigfoot, 1 foot, 2 foot. Get on your
Red
good foot.
foot.
No, that's a it's a old record. She already had this. She said this. She been trying to Juicy J and the producer that Meg works with. They've been trying to get her to release this record for years.
And now he won't clear it.
And now he won't clear it. But obviously this is now she's playing the word games. But so we don't know if it's a diss record or not. So now she's saying, well, I'm gonna release it a cappella, and the producers can do what they want with it.
If it's a older,
I think she's been waiting for this moment. I don't think this came by surprise where Meg released this record and then Nicki was like, what the fuck? I think Nicki was waiting for Meg to make a move. And now that you done made this move, I'm going to expose you. That's what Pusha did. It's like you can't.
Can I expose you with old material though? That she kind of in the song she said, "I fuck niggas." Like she basically said she's a hoe. Like everything that you feel like you finna throw out there, I'm telling you.
She put
like
a mile on it.
Yeah, she B-rabbit this whole situation. What you gonna say? I was fucking on the nigga that shot me.
Okay.
The bitch, she put it out there that she didn't fuck. You can't say that I was fucking on Blueface. I just told you I fucked on Blueface too. Whatever sexual situation you're gonna put into your music, I've already put it in all of my shit. And what you said, and this is an older diss record. So plus, you saying this is before today.
But I mean,
I'm putting all my skeletons.
I think that's the thing though. She's saying she's gonna put out this record, and if Meg just so happen if she tries to combat anything I say, I have receipts and I have other songs. I wholeheartedly believe that Nicki has been waiting for this moment. I don't think any of this shit is just coming off the fly. I think she's been waiting for this moment.
Which is cool. That's like, we cool. If I try to start throwing out, if I got some shit just waiting, I'm just waiting on this nigga to make a move. And then when you finally make a move, your move is I'm finna put all my skeletons out.
Yeah.
And now it's like, well, what the fuck? Should I put this record out or should I drop something new?
We don't know what all her skeletons is though, and I think that's really the problem with exposure. And I feel like at some point, we're starting to get a grasp of, okay, I think Meg may be taking advantage of the sympathy thing because people keep coming out and saying like, damn man. Like how many times you gonna, you know what I mean? We all know the person that puts everything on their dead relative, and so, like you said, Conjuring was kind of crazy. But all she was really saying is, hey, you should dig your mom up and apologize. Like you putting,
that's still fucked up.
But it's like you putting everything on your mom and you lie. Everybody keeps coming out saying you lying. So it's not that I'm gonna expose you. I'm just gonna take away your cocoon.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take away what you're comfortable in. I can talk all my shit and then I can back up and then I can say, oh, y'all not protecting black women, da 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 da. And then I can go back to talking shit and then I'm gonna repeat, y'all not protecting black women, trauma, da 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 da. It's at this point it's rinse and repeat.
Yeah.
So I think that is part of what Nicki is attacking. And you can't control how people decide to retaliate or respond. Unfortunately, you bringing up Megan's Law, take the gloves off. Let fucking let Lotto do it. Let your fans do it. Let everybody else do it. But you shut the fuck up. But now that you decide to say something, now the gloves are off. When Drake mentioned Pusha's wife in the ring on that song, he didn't know how Pusha was gonna respond. Now the gloves are off. Now I'm talking about your partner's immune disease. Now I'm throwing your kid out there. Can't stop it now. So that's the problem with exposure. You just don't know. And obviously, Nicki has been waiting for this moment for quite
If this is an old record, I mean, she had this. I've been had this bully.
She has the record, and she said Juicy J and I think his name Juju on the beat or some shit. They've been trying her to release this record for years, and now that this situation, she's trying to release the record with that beat, and they won't release it.
I just think it ain't too much. I don't see this record doing nothing crazy.
I don't know, but it's trending #1 right now.
Yeah, like whatever. Because I feel like people are they're just gonna go at Nicki the way they are. Like they kind of riding with Megan right now. I think Nicki gonna put out this, and then she's just gonna be the bitter person that they feel like she's been for the past 6, 7, 8.
I think that's the problem with when you get that Mean Girl stamp. Yeah. It's like even if there's a lot of truth to what Nicki is saying, it's kind of like
don't nobody want to hear it. Yeah.
You know what I mean? We don't want to hear from you.
But because they said that they've been trying to get her to release something on this record for years, that doesn't mean that she had already written a diss record to that track. That means that I would think that they sent her the music and wanted her to release something on the beat. But now that she decided to, because that's the guy that helped produce it, that's one of Megan's best friends. Yeah. So why would he ever say, yes, please put out this record where you're dissing my best friend on there? That makes absolutely no sense. She was very strategic with the record that she chose, and she wanted to diss his best friend on a record that they sent to him and sent to her and asked for her to release years ago. It was strategic.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like that doesn't mean that she had made this, that years ago she created this diss record to Megan, and they were like, please release it. No, they wanted her to release a song to the track, but not to diss his best friend like that.
Well, she was playing the song on live like a couple hours after the song released.
Do you know how this woman has full access to a studio? She could have went and made that right away and told them, pull that beat that they've been asking me to release a song to, and I'm finna get in here right quick and put these few little bars down.
Them bars definitely sound like some on the fly shit.
Exactly.
No, you win that round. You went around. That's like, solid logic all the way around.
Yeah, like come on now. It was very strategic.
Well, I mean, the gloves are off now, man. Like you mentioned my family. Regardless of what's going on, you have no control over how someone decides to respond. So
has she ever really like won a battle when she's, because this is not her first. This ain't her first rodeo.
She's never. I don't think she's ever like fully fledged. Like even with her situation with Remy Ma, it was always like, it was shots. It wasn't never like a complete diss record.
I think Remy get that point, but I think Nicki get the point against Kim. I feel like Nicki's diss to Kim was better than what Kim ended up coming out with later. Mm-hmm. I think Nicki. When I was talking about the record that Nicki had where she was dissing, that was the No Fraud song was supposed to be her dissing Remy, but she used Drake and Wayne to put on the track too. Mm-hmm. I feel like Remy just overall had the better verses. So Nicki 1-1 to me.
Do you think she'll? Do you think, from a music standpoint, do you think she'll ever be able to overcome the shot, or this is what her career is defined by?
Megan?
Yeah.
I think because it was such a big ordeal around it, and then of course he's in prison right now serving time. I don't really know if there's going to be a way to get away from that. Now I do see her like, she's putting out music and she's not saying nothing else, like just leaving it there, and it is what it is. In our time right now with music and stuff, like we get over things very quickly, but I don't think that she can get away from the whole Tory thing. Like that's gonna always overshadow things because of how long it was drug out. Yeah, it went on for years and years.
Yeah, her career is kind of defined by that at this point, especially because even though he's in prison, I'm still fighting it. So I'm still fighting for my innocence.
I think that. Okay, that's the problem. And I don't mean to beat a dead horse. But like at some point,
no pun intended.
Oh Jesus! But at some point, I was asking the guys this. But at some point, if Tory wasn't who he was, and this was a regular person, How many times does somebody need to proclaim that someone is innocent before it becomes really alarming?
I don't know.
Yeah.
We're getting to a point now where it's becoming like no one is saying anything.
Yeah.
With someone that went through something that she did, you would think she would be all over, like her career would just be catapulted somewhere. The sympathy award would be extremely high. She would be like real big time right now. And to see where her career is after something that like this has happened, no one has really come out in support of her like that. But everybody keeps going back to alluding to he didn't shoot her.
Yeah.
So if he didn't have this brand and he was one of ours,
Yeah.
at what point do you become real concerned about what's going on in this situation? Especially with her saying she's Miss Teflon Don in the courtroom.
I mean, I honestly, I don't know. I feel like me personally, my thoughts on the whole situation, I feel like it went way too far because we've all seen drunk nights turn into something that we weren't expecting it to be. From, listening to what took place and, the stories and everything that happened leading up to the trial or whatever, all the bits and pieces that were coming out. It sounded like it was a drunk night. She was upset, and then it just it snowballed.
She was blocking.
Yeah.
I'm blocking.
It snowballed into something like bigger than life. So it's like, okay, well now this is here. It's on Front Street. Everybody is seeing it. I can't say, well, hey, I was out of control, y'all. I was out here drunk and fighting and doing all this other stuff because I've been placed into a different light. I don't see her ever
But
really.
there's a man doing hard time.
Yeah, and it sucks. It really does. That's why I say I feel like it went too far. I feel like if she would have said in the beginning, like, y'all, we had a bad night.
A nigga didn't bring his gun, nobody get shot.
Yeah, like
It wasn't his.
Bodyguard don't bring his gun.
It wasn't his.
Whose
Whose gun was it?
I thought it was the bodyguard's gun.
It was Kelsey's gun.
I thought it was somebody else's gun and Kelsey grabbed it.
Mm-mm.
I thought it was like either the bodyguard's or his gun and Kelsey grabbed the gun.
I feel like
From the story that they was telling.
Yeah.
From the story that Megan say she shot that motherfucker, but
I didn't follow it that much. I just like sitting here thinking about it, like how did she end up in the sympathy position to begin with? You're upset that this nigga was flirting with another bitch, but he's been fucking my best friend, and I'm fucking you behind her back to begin with. Like how am I upset that?
Because you drunk?
How am I upset that the nigga that I'm fucking behind my best friend's
Because
back?
she got shot and she had lost her mom.
Okay, your mom ain't got shit to do with
Her
this.
mom had been gone.
Yeah, but she still used that card.
It logically doesn't make sense.
A black woman being shot carries.
I get that part of it, but I'm upset. I ended up shot because I got upset that the nigga I'm fucking behind my best friend's back was flirting with another bitch. What?
No, he's gonna hit.
That's some drunk shit.
That is crazy.
They say he was gonna hit.
Why is everybody fucking him though? He all little? Like, well, I mean, I don't know. I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. But
with a hairpiece.
Right. He looking crazy. Like, come on now. He looked like he don't even got the looks. He looked like a little
pussy?
No, I'm just saying he just looked like a little leprechaun. Like, you're not gonna have me out here stressed out.
Hey, no, let me ask you, because I was really on this. I think this record is gonna come and go.
What, for Nicki?
Man,
Or his?
Man, I think his is coming and going, and I think it overshadowed Cobra, and I actually liked Cobra.
It definitely overshadowed Cobra because people love drama. People don't want to feel sorry for you. It's like, like nobody cares about that. They looked at it, and what they took from Cobra was he was fucking bitches in her bed. That's
That was
what
it.
the only thing that people talked
Yeah.
about. And then when he
That's
came
it.
back out, it was like, oh, he's sassy because now he's, putting all her business out there. So
Let me ask y'all, what was y'all favorite? Who was y'all favorite artist, and when was the last time they were in a conflict? Rapper.
Favorite rapper. Okay. Favorite rapper. Shit. Jesus.
mine was T.I. and Lil Flip. So this was a very long time ago.
Oh, they actually scrapped though. They was,
Yeah,
My
they was
favorite
like for real.
artist is T.I.
That was like for real.
and I feel like Flip won that and was winning that until T.I. popped up in his neighborhood. What's Up Was Happening was disrespectful. That video
Yeah.
Which one? What part did
was
Flip win?
You talking about Game Over?
I fucked with the
Was
record.
that-
I
was that
fucked
Game
with them. He was like, there was like more freestyles, but I fucked with the records that Flip was putting out. I feel like he had T.I. until T.I. recorded a major song in his neighborhood.
When
and
did
then-
I don't feel like Flip ever was winning this.
Me either.
There was like
Flip
no
was
moment.
never
This was high school for
winning
me.
at all in any rap song.
There was like
Oh,
he
the
was
Flip freestyles. You tripping now.
I
Flip
don't
was
like
never up in this situation.
Oh yeah.
Yes, he was.
You repping Cloverland and you saying all the
Okay,
shit
y'all
he's
being
doing.
super disrespectful on how big Flip was back then.
No,
We talking early 2000s.
you're repping Cloverland.
He was on
And the
top of the
biggest-
world. He had Game Over remix, Sunshine.
That's cool, but
What
he
we talking about? And he had freestyles. He was really rapping.
within
saying
this
freestyles, you gotta stop.
within this battle, he never had the one up. T.I. always had the one up within this battle.
I don't agree.
You repping Cloverland, the biggest artist from your so-called neighborhood at the time that's respected in hip hop is Scarface. Scarface is saying you're not from there.
Oop.
T.I. used that ASAP.
Yes, he did.
So every time he tried something, T.I. was already one step ahead. And then when you thought you had the up, I come to your neighborhood. Like every time you was thinking you was up, I was right on your
That
ass.
was defining the L.
I think that probably defined like I think that was a stamp on T.I. saying he was the Prince of the South.
No, he was getting killed for that for a while.
I think
Saying he was the king of the South.
He was getting killed for that for a while. Niggas was like, who?
I came
And then that man's
I came right to Houston
Then
and-
that man's came out and obliterated him.
I came to Houston and did my shit in y'all face.
Pluto obliterated.
They
him.
argument with T.I. being the king of the South was UGK. So once Pimp C and Bun was like, let that man be a king. If you feel like he a king, let that man be a king. The argument was over with. Like their only argument was
There can
Pimp
be
C
more
and
than one-
Bun.
There can be more than one king, is what the argument was.
Yeah, but Flip's argument when Flip was coming at him was Bun and Pimp is the only kings. Them are the only kings of the South.
Which is crazy to
And they're
say.
from Houston, is what he was saying.
It was
at
crazy
that
to say
time.
because Outkast were bigger artists.
Yeah.
But they ain't call
We've
themselves kings.
never ever mentioned
never called themselves
king
kings,
and
though.
Outkast in the same sentence. It was either always to me when you came to, you were only putting that name on UGK as a group, Pimp, or Scarface. That was really
That's
I
it.
feel like I never even really
What?
heard anybody refer to themselves as like the kings of the South.
no. It
Before
didn't.
that.
It didn't start until T.I.
T.I. was,
Yeah,
T.I. was the
so-
first one to say it, but then that's why Houston had such a problem because they was like, no, the kings of the South is,
To you.
yeah, that was the argument. That was the argument, though. Like he
Right.
says, Face and fucking UGK was the argument for them. And T.I. was like, I'm not hearing that shit. So once Face and Pimp was like, we cool with what he's saying, it kind of was like, let Flip relax. And you're not from Cloverland.
And then they fought, and it was kind of like okay.
And it was over. And then Flip career left.
So okay, when was the last person? When was the last time your favorite artist was in a conflict?
My favorite artist was T.I.
Oh.
But outside of that, he had when he was tripping with Shorty Low.
I thought you were gonna say King.
No, he's tripping with Shorty
that
Low.
That was more kind of like, damn, man. I really wasn't. I
Personal.
was
But
like,
that was
damn.
that was some Atlanta shit.
Yeah,
that,
I was like, damn, why they, you know, what I
that
mean?
stood out. That was some Atlanta shit that stood out.
Ivan?
My favorite artist is Eminem, but I don't count the MGK shit. So it'd be the Murder Inc. shit for me.
Yeah.
As long as
That's
you didn't
where
say the
I'm going.
Benzino shit.
Wifey?
I was the first one that
Yeah,
went.
she said T.I.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I said being
Okay, me and Ivan on the same level. So, okay, Has T.I. ever been in a situation where you felt like, okay, he needs to respond? As a fan, when was that moment when you was like, he needs to respond?
Floyd beat him up on Fat Burger.
Jesus Christ.
He responded though. I think T.I. responded every time.
He needs to stop responding.
Yeah,
I feel like he needs to stop.
I'm with you.
Because he responds too much.
With T.I., it's kind of like, don't say nothing.
Please don't say nothing. Just act like you don't see this.
He don't let nothing he don't let nothing go
To
away.
me, it was when Ludacris dropped "Fear of God."
Ludacris dropped "Fear of God."
Because they had the back and forth on Stomp,
I would say Stomp.
Mm.
Stomp, yeah,
and then Luda came back with "Fear of God," and I said, "Oh my God."
that was Theater of Mind, right?
Yes.
You feel like T.I. shouldn't have said nothing?
Wait, he should have. I don't think
Did he ever respond to that?
that was a defining L. No, he did. I don't think he did.
I don't really remember the record, but
Wait. At the same time, that's around the same time Falant died.
Because that would make a difference.
A huge
For sure.
difference.
That was his best friend.
Chris, "Fear of God."
That's a
Had to
huge
be
difference.
Like, oh,
When did Dead and
405?
when did Dead and Gone come out?
around the same time.
So that might, you know what I'm saying? So that might.
It's like 2009.
What,
Whoa,
Dead and
nah,
Gone?
Hell no.
Hell no.
Yeah, Paper Trails.
Ludacris.
That's 2008, 2009.
Fear of God. Fear of God. Is it called Fear of God?
Paper Trails 2008. But Falun passed away in between his King album, I believe. I think it was right when he was finishing up King, so like 2006, 2007.
So around 2006. Okay. And when did Theater of Mind come out?
Luda, I don't even remember this song, but I do remember Luda dissing him. But
I thought it was called Fear of God.
2006.
So it
No,
was
Theater of the Mind was 2008. Same
Go
time.
to Release Therapy.
Theater of the Mind is 2008.
War with God.
Oh, War with
War with
God.
God.
Which is on. So it's
Whew.
it's
And
the
that's
same.
around the
it's
same time.
It's the same time.
I think that was a wrap after that. I don't even think T.I. could respond.
What am I responding to? Am I responding to a nigga that's rapping me, or my best friend getting shot and killed in a fight in a gun case?
That's a good point.
What am I
Yeah.
giving my energy to?
Yeah, a lot of shit going on. And then by the time he did, all the shit was over. Him and Luda had so-called squashed the beef.
Wifey, was there any particular moment where you felt like your favorite artist needed to respond?
You mean like rap wise?
Just period.
This period? No, I can't think of none.
Ivan?
Yeah, my favorite artist. Yeah, when people.
Wu-Tang?
Yeah, when people.
About the booty eating stuff?
No, not that. When people don't include him in the King of R&B
Oh my God, are you
argument.
serious?
What?
For a reason.
No, don't do that.
You know what mine was, man? Outside of Pretty Ricky.
It's a Pretty Ricky R&B. That's crazy.
Nah, outside of Pretty Ricky, no one fucked with Ja Rule like I did.
There's a reason.
Ooh, what do you mean?
You feel like Ja Rule should have responded faster? He couldn't really.
Clap
though.
back. Yeah, he took too long for clap back.
He
That was-
couldn't though.
But that was before we knew about the case and
as soon as 50 started getting hot and everything started going on,
it just wasn't.
they had the Murder Inc. case going on with the
Yeah.
feds. Like he literally couldn't say nothing.
Yeah.
That's true.
So by the time he could say something, it was too late.
I mean, you had Wankster. I smell pussy. You had Back Down. And then he dropped Loose Change.
But as soon as 50 dropped Wankster, that's when all the feds started digging into Supreme. Because Wankster was so-called him subbing.
Yeah, but see, at this time,
situation.
like, I didn't know that. I just knew I was a
Yeah.
Ja Rule fan. This nigga is on his head, right? And so I remember Loose Change. I believe Loose Change came, and I was like, yeah, it's cool. And then Hail Mary. I remember that moment.
It got real bad.
Busta, Eminem, 50 Cent. I said, boy,
It's like they
we
jumped
in
in.
trouble. Like, it ain't looking good for my boy. And then the
Ja
album-
didn't have no backup until your boy went over there.
Who?
What you don't want to talk about.
Nas?
Yeah.
Nas with the Murder Inc.
They teased it, but he didn't.
But when you think about it, to be fair, like when you think about Ja Rule, you're really not thinking about like a battle rapper. Like he was more.
What?
I mean, I'm sure probably in his earlier stages or whatever. That's not what he was known for, though. People were known.
What are you talking about?
Put the party records on.
People were listening to all of his like singy.
That was
type of songs.
At this time, we're talking about prime Ja Rule, but Ja Rule wasn't too far removed. You know, Murder Inc. was a group. That was him, DMX, and Jay-Z. He was like rapping. Once he got into like the singing shit, he was already.
But what I'm
decade
saying,
into the game.
What I'm saying is that the singing is what overshadowed that. So you can't go from singing and being all, putting out these kind of songs and then expect me to take you seriously when you are battling with another
50 Cent
rapper.
was doing the same thing.
50
Cent come back with
He
50
had-
Cent come back with he'll hit you with a candy shop and he'll come back with a fucking piggy bank.
Yeah, but he kept balance. Like if you listen to his album, it wasn't just like all just singing songs. Ja Rule was basically
50
flooding.
came in strong with the
No,
hard rap. 50 came in strong with rap.
Rule 336 only had the singles were like real singy. He was rapping on that album.
50,
Who?
but
I never listened to the full
when
album,
50
so I wouldn't know. I only listened to the singles.
Vinny Vadavici,
The singles-
he wasn't
the
sing
singles-
songy at all.
but the singles is what 50 when 50 came out, all his singles was attacking.
Yes.
By the time he got into the singy songy shit, he was on album number 2 and Ja Rule, I Got You Out of Here, but I kind of like what you was doing.
Yeah.
So now I'm going to use the formula.
Yeah. I didn't like you, but the shit you was doing was genius. Let me
go ahead and take that from you. You ain't gonna need that no
I
more.
mean, he really was only. 50 Cent was really only rapping on one album.
His first album, which is
kinda-
when we paid attention to
Second
him.
album, his first album was what got him shot up. Second album is.
Oh yeah, the first album dropped on Columbia, but nobody noted it. Nobody
That's
knew
the one that got him shut up.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
nobody knew
that's
around
like
the
Jamie
world.
Foxx first album. You don't
Man, he had a Beyonce. He had a
Nobody
Destiny's Child
knew.
feature on there.
Who was
Who?
it?
What was the song?
No. Be Destiny Child. There's a difference
On
between
Power of a Dollar, I think it was either the Beyonce and then he had the one song.
They knew that nigga in
What
New
the
York.
fuck was that song?
His first album was a local album.
And then there was a song. It was a song on there that is he was on there talking about the streets of New York, and that's what got him shot up.
Oh, Desert Squad album.
His first album was a local album, and the
There's-
local beef
there's-
got him shot.
Power of a Dollar is what got him on. How to Rob was on Power of a Dollar.
The local beef
It's a Desert Squad album.
got him shot.
It's cool. I'm not mad at it.
And then he rapped. He rapped, and then after that, it was kind of like it was kind of like him and Ja Rule switched. It was now Ja Rule was trying to like rap, and 50 Cent putting out Candy Shop.
I like Rap Ja Rule though. That's literally the only Ja Rule album I've heard in its entirety was Vinny Vadavici.
Oh, you're missing out.
I like Vici.
Man, he was rapping.
You're missing out.
But Real 336 is crazy.
And Pain is Love.
Front to back.
No, I did.
Pain is
Unfortunately,
Love front to back is
Front to back.
Man.
Pain and Love front
And that
to
was
back.
in Pain is Love was like he was the first one to get like a real Tupac verse.
Mm.
And then yeah,
I did. I forgot I had to.
50 Cent came back with his, and I was like, I still think that's the greatest 50 Cent verse I've ever heard on Realest Killers. Realest Killers.
What? Have you heard Up, nigga?
Nah, 50 went crazy on Realest Killers. Because Ja Rule came out with his song with Tupac, and then 50 Cent came out with his song with Tupac. He was dissing Ja Rule, but he was going crazy. That's the best I've ever heard 50 Cent.
You ain't like Up? I like Up. 50
Come on,
Cent.
man, get the fuck out of here, man. Up.
Y'all remember when Mariah Carey was beefing with Eminem?
Obsessed. Absolutely. Obsessed.
Ain't that when but Eminem like released some shit, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Did he?
He like released some shit.
I feel like Nick Cannon was like
He did.
that was like prime Nick Cannon moments with Mariah
Prime
Carey.
Nick.
Like
He's insane.
she should have just not have released that song.
I like
It went
Obsessed.
number
I
one,
know,
didn't
like,
it?
yeah, it was a huge song.
I like
It was huge.
Obsessed.
Because she was like dressing like Eminem and shit.
I didn't see the video.
I definitely didn't see the video.
I didn't see the video.
She was like dressing like him. Yeah.
Hey, that's you gotta be ballsy to be an R&B singer beefing with a rapper, a battle rapper at that.
She was sick of him.
She was sick of that nigga.
But I honestly feel like that's what like really propelled like Eminem's career though. Like he was going at all the super poppy motherfuckers.
Yeah.
And that really probably
From when
just
he
made
first
people-
released, yeah.
How you Ivan, before we get up out of here, man, how you feeling about my man's coming back, man?
Cool.
JT.
I haven't heard it yet because I thought we was gonna review it, so I didn't listen to it yet.
Did he put out a new song?
Yeah, it came out
Yeah.
Friday.
Got a song with
know.
Toby Wingway.
It's called Selfish,
He had a song with who?
isn't it?
Toby Wingway.
He on Selfish.
Toby is on. They were just on Saturday Night Live performing it.
I probably
Oh,
wanna
wow.
hear.
Oh, shit.
I probably want to hear. Is it R&B? Justin Timberlake?
Please, Justin, don't do this.
To me, it sounded a little bit like contemporary, kind of. But they said that Britney Spears, all her fans have been trolling him with
They did.
Selfish.
She had a song called
Yeah,
Selfish.
so they brought her back up to #1 after 13 years to overshadow
Wow.
his album. Fans are crazy.
Fans are crazy.
Fans are. I really feel like that's what's keeping Nicki afloat.
I think
with
I had
everything
seen
is the
somebody.
barbs.
I think was it Facebook I had seen. I had logged on Facebook real quick, and somebody said Nicki is doing something Beyonce would never do or some shit. And I'm like, have you ever seen Beyonce's fans?
Well, Beyonce has.
Beyonce ain't gotta say nothing.
That's what I'm saying. Like, but Nicki really don't have to say nothing either. She don't have to, but she engages.
And Nicki's
she
a
will
battle
say
rapper,
something.
and Beyonce's mama will say it for her.
Beyonce's mama will say it. But see, this is why I like Nicki. I'm not even really into her music, but she still holds down the essence of what rap is. I'm okay with her being like, man, fuck these bitches.
Is that the essence of what rap is?
Like there's still like a
competitive
there's
nature.
There's a competitive nature in her that you
Nicki don't have no
see.
competitive nature. She like,
She
I
wanna
hate
be
all
#1
women around.
Come on, man, we can't do that.
Yeah, what you mean? What
with the exception of Ice Spice
if we're competing?
for whatever reason.
Rap, the politics. That's the politics.
If we're competing, we're competing.
All right, man.
Rap is kumbaya.
Do y'all think that
at
you
one
guys
point.
think that Nicki is out rapping Cardi?
Cardi don't write her shit.
It doesn't matter, like the delivery and
She
all
can
that.
she can out rap her, but she don't make better music.
Than Cardi.
I agree.
Anybody can out rap Cardi. She talk with a list.
I don't think there's a woman. I don't think there's a
Mike
woman
Tyson rapper.
in the industry that can keep up with Nicki Minaj. Just
Rapping.
straight rap level.
I agree.
What about don't you like Rhapsody and Jean Grey and all that? No.
Oh, yeah.
That's more
They ain't never went nowhere.
Griselda.
That's Griselda.
Shit, man. As always, man, you can follow the podcast pages on Twitter, Views from the 7, Instagram, Views from _7, TikTok, Views at the _7, and Facebook, Views from the 7. You can follow me at Just Call Me Spence, fellas.
Twitter and Instagram, Young Al Bundy, YUNG_Al_Bundy.
Hey man, Skinny Junior 777 on Instagram.
Shayna _Candy, and that's everywhere. SHAYNA _KANDII.
All right, man, we up out of here. Peace.
Peace.